Hi all, welcome to our Everton FIFA 21 predictions video. This one I think is going to be hard for a number of reasons for some players, but the majority I think should be fairly straightforward. It comes down to a number, obviously the usual factors like form and all that kind of good stuff, but hopefully we get kind of on the point with where we're going with this. So especially links would be awesome. Sub to the channel if you are new. Follow me on Twitter at GIsAlegend. All links are down below. Follow us on the channel and social media links as always, and comment down below what your thoughts are on Everton. Do they deserve to have like upgrades, downgrades, who should be their best, who should be their worst, and all that kind of good stuff. So we've tried our hardest with this one and hopefully we kind of get there in the end, but could be some nice individual cards, but it all depends on obviously how it plays out. So starting off with Pickford, no upgrade for him nor a downgrade, just kept him as he is. Didn't really see anything that justified a upgrade on him, or even a downgrade for that matter, but I suppose each their own with how they see it. Digne, I have put up a 1 from an 83, possibly edging him closer to near 80 stats on everything bar his shooting obviously, but I think if they were to maybe do anything, it might be like say minor adjustments across the board, like say maybe +1 shooting, +1 dribbling, +1 passing, that might be about it, and maybe say 1 on defending, but I don't see them doing too much to him to kind of increase him significantly. But that gives you a rough idea with him. Obviously he also had quite a few special cards in last week, well, a couple of special cards last year which may help his cause. Then you have Keane, 80 rated in FIFA 20. We've gone with +1 for him, so maybe just +1 stats across the board if anything, but that's kind of where I feel he is. I don't really see much else in regards to him if I'm brutally honest, but obviously that comes down to each other's discretion. Jeremina I have upgraded by 2 to an 80 rated. Obviously he bagged a couple informs this FIFA to help his cause, and like whenever they've gave him informs, it always boosts his stats up quite significantly, like his pace, his shooting and his passing, quite notable, and pretty much everything else really when you look at it. But I feel like his card, if they were going to make him like 80 rate, they may boost just defend, like they may boost up everything by 2 generally, or they'll just maybe specifically focus on like defending, physical, passing, dribbling. It's totally up to them obviously what makes the weighting for various cards, but I suppose proof will be in the pudding. Holgate I have upgraded from 75 and also a position change to centre back. Going for what I've read in his stats, seems to be like he's been playing centre back, right back, so I upgraded him by 3. Maybe a bit overkill, but when you've been playing a lot more game time as well, kind of helps your cause as it were, so he may or may not get an upgrade of that nature. Coleman I've just kept the same. I know he's getting older and he may see a downgrade, but if honest I don't really see any justification of truly downgrading him because he's just steady and consistent. That's pretty much what he gives you. Always been a consistent right back within the league for Everton, so fair play to the guy. Andre Gomez just kept the same. Injuries kind of been the big factor for him, and even when he was playing he was pretty consistent, and I think he might have squeezed a +1 if maybe had been fit for the whole season, but I've just kept him as he is. If anything was to happen, you may see a drop in his physical, if anything, and they may readjust his stats accordingly, so they may like boost his defending but downgrade his physical, or downgrade his pace potentially, but still manage to keep him as an 80 rated. I don't know, that's kind of the way I was thinking of his card. Sigurdsson I've downgraded by 2, might be quite a hike on him, but I don't really see any justification to keep him as he is. He's not really done very well last season, and I feel like Ancelotti might potentially look to offload him in due course. Iwobi down 1 as well, not really had a great season, and he could just go -1 across the board. Seems kind of most logical for him. Calvert-Lewin, though, is the most substantial upgrade of all, going from a 77 to an 81. Quite a lot of goals. Seems to be a focal point of Ancelotti's play, and when you get a good goal return, it helps your cause. He may only even just got +3, but it depends how they kind of work it as well. Despite the team not performing to expectations, he may be given quite a significant upgrade to justify his stats. Richarlison, last year we thought was for FIFA 20 was going to have a significant upgrade, didn't happen, and while he bagged an inform quite early and ended up bagging a team of the season, we have opted to upgrade him to his roughly his inform, so like an 82 rated card. He may go higher, still like an 83, but I feel 82 seems most fair for him. But comes down to discretion, obviously, for how they go about it. Then kind of like subs and reserves. Joe Kenny, obviously he was on loan at Schalke last season, done a good job for them actually, and he was a silver 73 rated. I've upgraded him by 3, seems quite fair to do on him, if I'm honest. He may even go a little bit higher just because obviously how he played for them, and due to that season it may help his cause get into the starting level for Everton. Gavin, obviously another year out with an injury, so that's going to hamper him, going from 79 to 77. Unlucky for the guy, so expect that card to happen sadly. May even become a non-rare as a result. Tom Davis, just upgrades of 1, just minor upgrades across the board, nothing really major about that. Fabian Delph downgraded and position change of 2, so left back to CDM, and it just seemed -2 seemed fair. Moise Keane, another one I've downgraded. Like, saying that though, his physical may see the biggest increase, if I'm honest, because obviously he's been working out apparently quite a lot, trying to improve his worth, but obviously his transfer's not kind of done the business yet, so you may see quite a downgrade. It's not necessarily a given, but it's obviously each to their own for personal preference. Then Bernard, I've downgraded 1, just injury kind of played a part in his case, so expect that to possibly be a factor for him. Then Tosin, obviously big transfer a few years ago from Besiktas to Everton. We've downgraded him further. He's now a 75 rated card. I don't really see much that justifies keeping him as he is. Blassie, who's still apparently within the team's structure, as it were. I thought he was no longer part of the team, but shows what I know, and as a result he gets a downgrade of 2, but obviously it comes down to how it plays out. And then the last player that I've noted down within the starting 11, it's within the squad even, is Brantwaite, who's starting to get in game time after once the lockdown had eased. He was like a bronze 49 rated. We've boosted him up 5 just because he was obviously playing a bit of game time, and I was like, do I do it, do I not? But obviously each their own with how they go about it. But it's one of these ones that's a little bit tricky because he might just stay the same rating. And I was kind of looking around the team who was still kind of part of the club, because I wasn't sure if Besic was still part or if he'd now confirmed to Sheffield United. Stekelenburg's obviously now Ajax, and Nias, I believe his contract has expired. Baines is retired, and Lossell, as far as I believe, isn't part of the team, and CDB was obviously just a 1 season loan, but it's a case of wait and see. So at the moment, looking at it's roughly like about 20 players, 20 to 20, maybe say 22 players within the Everton team. As I said, there may be someone that I may or may have missed, But hopefully you guys can maybe let me know in the comments as well, because as I say, as much as I've done my research, it's like there's always something that you may miss. But let me know, as I say, in the comments. Smash like always, sub to the channel if you're new, follow me on Twitter, G the Legend, and I will catch you all later.